Hey guys, this video is going to be over parts per million. This concept is actually, I think, a little bit more challenging for students to grasp. We need to think about essentially the water supply. Okay? Think about where our water really comes from. Tap water, not bottled water. Tap water comes from the Ohio River. And if you think about drinking Ohio River, it'll probably make you sick. Okay? But realistically, tap water has been purified. And we've taken out most of the contaminants, most of the bad stuff. But they leave some stuff in it. Like, let's say some 0.7 parts per million of fluorine. Okay, they leave some of iron, some cadmium, some aluminum. They leave different chemicals in our water. Okay, that's the purpose of parts per million, is we can tell you how much of a substance is allowed to be in a water. Typically we use water, but we could use any solution. So our formula for this is parts per million equals grams of solute divided by 1,000,000 grams of solution. Okay? So this part is usually tough for students to understand. Let me go through a problem so that you understand it more. So here's an example problem. 400 grams of water has 0.175 grams of cadmium in it. That means a bottle about this size is going to have 0.175 grams of cadmium in it. Okay? So let's work this problem out and see how many parts per million we really have. So, how you really do it is grams of solute. I have in this case 0.175 grams of cadmium. And this is my solute. This is going to be what's dissolved in the water. This is the stuff wandering around in the water. Okay? And I have 400 grams of water. Okay? That's how you're going to start off this problem. Just grams of solute divided by grams of solution. Okay? Here's the part that's tricky, is you need to multiply that. These are similar units. You need to multiply by 1,000,000 parts per solution. So let's kind of make sense of this. Multiply, and I'm just going to make a new line, okay, just to make sense of it. Parts per million, right? So parts per million. And by multiplying, really what you're saying is there's this much cadmium per 1,000,000 grams of this. Okay? So let's multiply that. Let's see what we get and see if we can make some sense of that. So that's probably the hardest part, is what do I do with parts per million? Grams of solute divided by your grams of water. So let's put that in the calculator. 0.175 divided by 400 times 1,000,000. Okay? I got 437.5 437.5 parts per million of cadmium. Okay? Sorry, you can't see my answer there. So, that's how much I have. So once again, let's make sense of this. Let's really grasp this concept. Grams of solute divided by grams of solution. Just divide the two. Okay? Solute is what's dissolved. Solution is usually water, but it's whatever it's dissolved in. Times 1,000,000 parts per million. Okay? That way, in theory, the million's going to cancel out. That's the purpose of that, because you're using the units to cancel out. And that'll give you your answer. Okay? So a little more challenging of a problem. Give it a try. I'm walking around. Let me know what you need. You guys take care.